Hey guys, Elias is here. Let's do something different today. I saw some YouTubers explaining computer science memes, and I have enjoyed watching those videos to say the least. So I went on the hunt for some AWS specific memes, and I've had super fun going through them. So I hope you enjoy this video as well. Alright, we have the first one that says CDO, Chief Development Officer, I assume. Service needs to store data into a database, which is leaking, and then slap DynamoDB. I think that speaks to the fact that a lot of folks think that DynamoDB is the solution for everything. They just, whenever they see a need to store some data in a database, they just think that DynamoDB will just fix it. I mean, I would understand because DynamoDB is kind of, it's serverless. If you need cache, you just enable DynamoDB Accelerator and it takes care of everything for you. So yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's move to the next one. Okay, so there's Elastic Beanstalk, App2 Container, Lightsail, Copilot. Oh yeah, I can see where this is going. Lambda, Greengrass. Lightsail container. Yeah, that's this. I think if we count them, we're going to find 18 here. So I think this speaks to the 18 ways that AWS allows you or provides you to deploy containers. 18 ways to deploy containers, if you think of it. Interesting. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I believe that a problem might have one solution, two solutions, three solutions, but for a problem to have 18 solutions. Okay, let's move on. What do we have here? Oh, I used to love this series. What's the name? Arrested Development? I used to love this one. Okay, so we have this guy says macOS Edge users demanding area extension. And he says, there are a dozen of... Yeah, this is a good one. There are a dozen of us. Not a lot of people use the macOS instances that AWS provides. So like, there's a dozen of us. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. All right, let's move on to the next one. Wait, it's all EC2? Always has been. Yeah. I can see that. EC2 is the backbone of pretty much the majority of the applications or the managed services that you see on AWS. A lot of things are built on top of EC2, on top of SQS, on top of S3. I think SQS is the #1 service that is used internally by service teams, by other service teams when they build, other services. Yes, EC2. It has always been EC2. The AWS bill accidentally called Lambda function recursively. I'm not sure whether I should laugh about this one because I did that at some point. I called a Lambda function recursively. I was quick enough to see my mistake and stop it, but after a few seconds, and if you're familiar with how Lambda scales, a few seconds are enough to break the bill. But you know what? This is exaggerating a little bit. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, so we got our friend here says, yo dog, I heard you like apps. That's AWS Honeycode. He says, so I built an app that built apps, so you build apps while building the app. And that's funny because Honeycode is the no-code solution that AWS provide to help you build applications, right? So I imagine this guy represents a developer who builds components for Honeycode, so he's building an application that allows other people to build applications while they're building Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Testing a new Lambda for the first time. I'm doing 1,000 calculations per second, and they're all... Yeah, there's no need to load test Lambda functions. By design, they will scale up and down according to your needs. So load testing a Lambda function is just meaningless, right? So I kind of get it. I get it. when you unmute in Chime to say yes after the presenter asks if people can see their screen. We have all been guilty of this thing. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Yes, we've all been guilty. Like, you just sit behind the screen and sometimes, your mind somewhere else or doing something else, and hey, you guys can see my screen? You unmute, yes, I can. And then you go back to whatever you were doing before. Good one. So there's an automation that is pretty much hidden. And then let's see the code for this automated process. And then intern? What does this even mean? It's like interns? Oh, I get it. This is so not correct. This is like saying, oh, I have a coffee machine, and then the coffee machine is the secretary. This is not correct at all. Okay, it's memes. It's memes, folks. It's memes. It's just memes. So let's move on. Inside you, there are two wolves. So this sounds like a saying or like a proverb that a wise man would say. Inside you, there are two wolves. One of them thinks it understands Git, and one doesn't understand Git. You don't understand Git. I mean, this is on point because most of us, we don't understand Git. We just know a few commands, git pull, git commit, and we execute them blindly. We know what git command do, git commit do, what git push, git pull, git branch, but we don't understand really how Git works. So I kinda get it. When the client says, can you do it cheaper? So on the left you have a masterpiece, and on the right, okay, I can do it cheaper. Yeah, this reminds me of the triangle between do it on time, do it on budget, or do it with all the features. And you can only choose 2 out of 3. You can't pick the 3 of them. So yeah, if you want it cheaper, okay, it's done on time, doesn't have all the features, but it's cheaper. What do we have here? With great power comes great AWS bill. I mean, there's this saying that comes back to my mind, which is basically, you don't pay for AWS services you use, you pay for AWS services you forgot to turn off. So I think this meme speaks to that. Just funny. You know what would have been even funnier if we had Corey Quinn, the cloud economist, if we had him instead of Spider-Man here. I think that would be even funnier. Okay, so me thinking I can use AWS after passing the CLF 001 cert. I think the CLF is the cloud practitioner. I think it's the cloud practitioner, so you think you can use AWS after passing the cloud practitioner, but you're basically wearing a diving suit, but you're in desert, so like you're out of your depth here. That is funny. I want to build a spaceship controlled from an EC2. This is already starting great. And support says, great idea, how can I help you? And the customer says, send me the steps to build this. This is a good one. Yeah, I think it speaks to sometimes how clients can be super demanding. It's like the guy starts by saying, oh, I just want to build a spaceship controlled from an EC2. The support is like, okay, well, this guy is gonna ask me about something related to EC2, something I could help. But the customer said, no, send me the steps to build a spaceship. Yeah, good one. I would give this one a 7 out of 10. Good one. Okay, who said, what do we call this guy? I only see him in memes where he's like in pain. I don't know how do we call him. Anyways, so who said migration to AWS was stressful? I'm 28 and I feel great. And the guy looks like he's 70 years old. It's like, oh, I'm only 28 and I feel great. Oh man, I didn't think there were so many memes, AWS related memes out there. And just before I started this episode, I actually watched a couple of videos with one of other YouTubers doing the same thing, going through memes, explaining software engineering memes, and that what gave me the idea. And I actually ran it by you guys a couple of months ago during the AMA, the live, and you guys were like, okay, let's do it. So that's why I just wanted to do this video, but I didn't know I could find such a treasure of AWS memes. So I'm actually having fun here. I hope this email finds you. Stop finding me. Yeah, I mean, being a solutions architect at AWS is working with a lot of customers, and sometimes you just find yourself spending the day going through emails, one email after the other, and emails can be to respond to a question, or to share a new service, or to try to share a solution to a problem, or so there's so many reasons. And sometimes it's like when you read a message, I hope this email finds you, you're like, just stop finding me, I just want a couple of minutes to myself. We have DJ Khaled. The album is Suffering from Success, the album title, and at the top we say we have an error message. This looks like an error message coming from AWS console, and the error message says success, but it's in red, and says an error occurred when attaching a policy to so it's a false positive, right? So it's suffering, so it's a success message, but it's an error, right? Interesting. And that was it, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a like. It helps the channel tremendously. See you on the next one. Peace out.